Namaste, everyone. Just a natural greeting to say is Namaste. It's a beautiful word and a beautiful vibration. So I would like to start off with saying that. And since the last recording most of it was lost and I couldn't use it. And there were things there that I said they were very big. So I do understand that different energy felt different things by hearing that. And my attention is never to direct these messages, how they should unfold or what they should be. I always connect to spirit and to ask my higher self, my team, and ultimately consciousness to tap into what we all are. That is our home, that is what we are, and to tap in there. And I would use different words because it's soothing in different ways, but truly what I'm pointing to is beyond these words. It is the vibration. And because we have the technology, I would like to share this download. Technology is looked upon as something bad, but everything has its good and its bad aspects. And one good aspect with technology is the same way as when you receive a message from a legend or a guru that isn't on the earth plane anymore. You still feel it and you still integrate it. Something happens to you. Now, how can something happen to you when this person is not alive? It is the vibration that's in the consciousness that is connecting all of us. That is what you're feeling, and your connection is real. It is activating something within you that is ready to emerge. So, technology in this sense was given to me in the download that it is the same way as you're watching this video reaches you. It is my attention behind these videos. It is what I'm emanating out of myself that is reaching you. And therefore, technology is a good messenger. It is always about the message and the energy behind it. And I always want to come from the purest place where it's childlike energy and where we are accepting that we all have a shadow aspect and that we are meant to integrate this because we are in earth, because we all have something to be here to learn from. So there is nothing superior or inferior to you as a human being having this human experience, nor is it to any being, because all have their purpose. And when you understand that, it's so beautiful. Everything is okay. What confuses us is everything that happens constantly, the information. So I could sit here and I can give information in that sense, but that wouldn't serve you as much as me intentionally sitting here wanting that part of you, which is just another part of me, to understand your greatness and to not go after what everyone else wants, but to find your essence, because that is your blessings. I always say this because we're meant to be unique. and we can hear this. But at the same time, these uniqueness traits are being suppressed. And again, if we just understand that it is nothing against anyone, it is just the paradox and the parallel, because we can only see when we have something mirroring towards us that is of the opposite. And if we see it and view it from that, it's beautiful, because you can never see yourself. You can only see yourself through another's eyes. When you look into the mirror is still a shadow. It's still empty in that sense. So I have these flowers here, these tulips, and I intentionally wanted to integrate them into this video. I intentionally picked the color white. See, this intelligence that we have is good, but it doesn't serve if the attention of the human being, which holds the energy, is resonating the same. I'm choosing these flowers to represent this new year because tulips are spring. They represent spring, but they also represent renewal, rebirth. And I hope that all of you that are watching, and I've looked into the statics to see, or the statistics, let me say that more correctly, that the majority of my viewers are women. It was men first, now it's women, and it's almost equal in percentage, but the women are more. So I would like to thank you all for that, because growing up, I never had any connection with women because I didn't like the talking part. I liked men's way of handling it by just being quiet and wanting to resolve things fast. So it resonated more with me. So I'm very happy in my more mature age that I'm resonating more with women, because I always feel connected to the woman inside of me. So it is an honor to connect with you. And perhaps you're the same. You're very masculine within you, but yet feminine. So I honor that in you and thank you for this connection. That was just something that wanted to come through now. So we're just going to let it happen. So the download that I talked about the last time it was a big download, and it is connecting us a lot to the future. So I want to hold that back and connect to the download that is more grounded and right now, and it is our mental health. It is going to be so much, and because you're an empath and you can feel so much, that's why you're here. I want to tell you, when you're feeling all of this, you really need to stay detached. And detachment is not bad. It really isn't. It's healthy for your well-being. And when we're going through this process of awakening that comes, and as I was mentioning in the last video with the onion, is that the tastes are always in the other layers, okay? So if we use this analogy that this onion here with these other layers, when we cook, we tend to we don't want to take our time and to peel that off because it takes so much time. So we take 1 or 2 layers and we take them off instantly so we can get to the onion. But most of us don't know that the flavor is right on, almost on the outside, okay? So we need to take our time and to peel it off so that we can get the full flavor. And not many people want to do that. Not many people know that. In the same way, this represents our traumas. Our traumas are those other layer of the onion where it's so crisp that it's burned and it can't be used. But if you continue, you come into a more softer, a more beautiful color of the onion if you take your time. And if you have the whole onion, you will use that flavor. But if we just want to tear that other layers that are so flavorful away fast, it is the same way we want to forget about that trauma. But we keep forgetting that all of that brought flavor to the onion. You see, when we see life in this way, we understand that the bad cannot be bad because it actually gives the onion flavor. How can it then be bad? The same way in life, when you go through difficult things, I want you to remember that in the moment when you're in it, it's difficult. But after you pass it and you go through it, coming out on the other side, that various situation, thing that happened to you will bring you the most flavor into your essence. It is actually what you came here to learn. And it is difficult because when we don't see it and when we don't understand it, because we don't have the whole puzzle finished, we can't see what it is. It can be frustrating. We can push, when we make a puzzle, trying to force a piece to fit in when it doesn't because we just want to see the picture or we want it to end. And we stop enjoying it and we are stuck in the frustration stage. I want you to view the world in this way, and also whatever is troubling you, whatever is holding you back, or however it resonates with you in your life. I want you to remember that look at people that you will see that will lash out, that all souls, all human beings have their issues, have their problems, have their burdens. And nobody is in their core evil. Everyone is either a blessing or a lesson. There is no between there. It is always a blessing or a lesson. So stay gentle when this year that I'm getting strongly in my download is that people will be acting very, very, very irrational because it's a lot of mind. And when it comes from the mind, it can be messy. It can be clogged. It can have different programs rerunning over each other. If you have a program in your computer and you have a different program and they overlay each other, they start to disturb each other, even though the both programs are good. The same way in our human minds, if we have overridings of more things, we are going to get overwhelmed. And even if it's good, it's going to end up bad. So empty out. The advice for this year is to try to empty out as much as possible, because it will keep on filling itself up by itself. There's nothing you need to fill up. It will happen by itself. You know, when you take a glass of water and you pour the water in, you know when to stop. You know when it's full. So emptying out is different. Filling up, it's easy, but emptying out is difficult. But emptying out is more important than filling. Because maybe you're not that thirsty. You don't need a whole glass of water. You just need a little bit. So you can work with that. But when you're full, to empty out, you cannot just empty out a little bit. You want to empty it out completely so you can start from the ground up. And that's when they speak of the fresh mind. That is the fresh mind. We speak from that place. Every time coming in with a fresh mind, whatever it is that you're doing. So it is a lot this year, and I want to keep it short as possible. And I want these tulips to represent that you will change and you will shed that skin that you outgrow. And it's beautiful, painful, messy, but so was your birth too. It wasn't so clean. Your nature is to be peace, no matter what circumstances are thrown at you. I wish you all peace. And I truly hope that this message helps out. And I'm going to end in this note different way. See, I'm tuning into a different frequency, so I'm going down to the base, taking you on this journey. And I want to talk about these full moons and new moons that we are making these videos with, and Spirit has given it to us to only focus on the full moons because there's so many things that needs to empty out, and there's so many mind things that will make people go crazy. So we're going to focus on the intensity, because the new moons, the new beginning will naturally happen when we can release in the full moon, because we also have the energy available. So I'm going to tune into the full moons of this year, and I hope to have you in this journey and to write down in the comment section where you are, what sign you are, and what you would like to see. It's always amazing to interact with you all and read your comments. So I thank you dearly and hope this message helps. And I hope to see you soon. So as always, have a wonderful day. Sending love your way. Bye everyone.